We are live tonight. This is just after RAW October 17th, 2016. Jeez, that was a good show, personally, I think, overall. The ending, we'll get into it. Yeah, what do you think overall?
I'd say the crowd was good. I thought the crowd was great. You know how we've been, this whole year has been like, I mean, I think it's been about a good year bouncing off of 2015. So 2015's been shit, or was shit. Year's been decent, but the crowds are either hit or miss. This was a good crowd. Denver was a surprisingly good crowd.
My only concern is we're the only good because they knew Goldberg was coming out, which if that is the fact, that's quite fucking sad and depressing.
Overall, that's sad for the grand scheme of things, but even in like Goldberg's promo, like if you like hear him say what he said, like it kind of makes sense now. It's like, I'm not even gonna mention like what he said in the promo now. We'll talk about that shit later. But yeah, it was a good crowd. It was a decent crowd, and they reacted to everything besides the Cruiserweights. But they reacted to everything.
Oh yeah, we can get into that.
And Dana Brooke, but they reacted to everything. You know what I mean?
Don't even talk about that. Fucking waste of time.
We'll talk about you saw the finish to that match, right? You saw the finish?
Yeah,
right?
but can we just, you want us to knock out from the start?
Yeah, we'll knock it out from the start.
Kevin Owens and Jericho, the best thing about RAW.
Absolutely.
That's about it, right? Thank you, everybody. See you next week.
There's fucking, like, you know how RAW for years has just started with an opening fucking segment, or either Triple H or somebody
I'm sick of that, man, by the way.
I'm sick of
that in wrestling. Why can't we always start with a match and then the segment maybe second? You have 3 hours. Can you not do the segment on the second hour?
They do that once in a blue moon whenever they're bored or some shit, to just start with a match. But it's okay. I thought it was okay this time with Kevin Owens and Jericho, because with KO's just constant ad-libbing during his promos and Jericho's creativity, it fucking works perfectly with their mix of comedy and fucking good heel work. Like, I love all of that shit. It's great. Seth Rollins comes in and it's just like, okay, now we're running through the script. He says a whole bunch of bullshit. It just sounds all this goofy shit, sparkle crotch and all that shit.
The sparkle crotch shit it was whatever, but the crowd were into it anyway.
Yeah,
Jericho played it off well.
Jericho did play that shit off well.
That was probably the match of the night.
Yeah, it was a good match.
That was unbelievably fun to watch.
Yeah,
really good. Jericho and Seth went back and forth. Can't complain whatsoever.
Yeah.
The ending led on to something. I don't see Jericho and Kevin Owens breaking up anytime soon, even though they love to hint at it. I don't see that coming. Who knows? They may never break up. This might be a long-term thing.
Who knows? Who knows? But
we'll have to wait and see.
As long-term as the New Day? Fucking knows. But, yeah, I thought the match was good, even though we've had a lot of Jericho versus Seth Rollins matches for
like 2 years now. Not that long.
Yeah, but
still surprised it's even went more than a year, to be honest with the New Day, but
that's true. But even though Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho have had matches with each other for the last 2 weeks, or I don't even know how long, they've had one-on-one matches constantly on Raw. This was probably their best match. I thought it was really good. All the other matches had interferences and other bullshit. This was a small interference at the end, but most of the time the matches were good. Jericho and Seth Rollins work great together. I think they do really good together. Good work.
I have a question for you, right?
What happened?
Overall, it was a good match. We're not going to dissect this like a fucking Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer here. It's a good match. Go and check it out. Watch the YouTube highlight. It's whatever. Because you're Puerto Rican, right? Jesus. You see the Puerto Ricans trying to sell fake goods, man?
Yes. So
my man, Titus O'Neil.
Yeah. See,
so is that commonplace for your people to do that?
No,
or...
it's not. It's not commonplace. It's not commonplace for us to sell Rolexes and watches. I don't think Puerto Ricans sell Rolexes and watches. I mean, maybe
I
they
don't
do.
honestly
maybe they
know
don't.
why we're wasting our time with Primo and Epico because it's been
No, I don't get it because the Puerto Ricans went from
6 years
selling
of bullshit.
they went from selling vacation packages to fake fucking Rolexes. Like
with Titus O'Neil.
with Titus O'Neil. I just don't.
I'll just break down for the people that are listening that don't know who was in this match. We had Goldust or the Golden Truth, Mark Henry, which a bit strange when you think of what year we're in. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil and the Shining Stars. None of these people, even though I like Titus O'Neil, none of them. It's all right. It was fun. The crowd liked it. I watched it. You know what I mean? It was like a in and out type of thing. But these 6 guys are going to go nowhere. Quite frankly, they are not the new era. So I honestly don't know why they're out there. To be honest with you.
Hey, at least it was quick.
Yeah, but when you think about it, right, all this building shit, what the fuck was this here?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? It's just so.
Well, there always has to be the run of the mill type characters. There always has to be those.
The Golden Truth are over.
Yeah.
Mark Henry always get a reaction. The Shining Stars, though, are not over. Titus O'Neil can be sub over, I guess.
Maybe because you like him. I mean, I like Titus, but I don't think he's over with the crowd.
You don't think Titus can get himself over?
He can probably, but not with the fucking Puerto Ricans, sadly. He's not going to get himself over with those Puerto Ricans. It's just not going to work.
I don't know, man. It just felt quite random as anything. Oh, yeah, by the way, Seth Rollins won that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Golden Truth one. Just to clear up, if you want to know who won and lost on the fake wrestling show.
If that matters these days, because, I mean, I don't know. We've done this for a while. Does that necessarily matter? Right,
then. Here's a serious question. Last week, did you get WWE 2K17?
No.
No?
No, I didn't get it.
I have got it, and it is the worst. It is the shits.
Is it
15
worse?
is probably the worst.
Is it
16
worse
was slightly
16?
better, but...
Or is it...
No, but it was just bullshit, man. Fucking AJ Styles isn't in the game. Shit like that. Just...
Yeah, it like 2K16 I thought was okay. I thought it was
You're not gonna get 17.
way better than 15. I don't know. I just don't. I don't need to spend.
Man, they have no other roster stuff. I know it was last minute.
17. Honestly, I don't need to.
I know.
Need to spend money on.
I know the roster update was last minute, but
yeah, it was.
Still, it's just the game is just completely out of date this year. I don't know if it's going to get updates to change that. Probably not. They're probably going to milk us for DLC until January and then fuck off.
The look even looks outdated. Like if I mean, I think the graphics are even kind of outdated for what console they are on. Like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
For Goldberg, I highly fucking doubt it.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like, fucking next gen consoles, but they're not. With those games make that shit look like nothing. And then it's still going to be max gigabytes, so whatever. We move.
Let us know if you're going to get the game or not. If you are, tell me if you like it or not. Quite frankly, I couldn't give two shits about it, and if I could trade it in to get good money, I probably would. But I'm not. I've lost money, so we take it and we move on that one. Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods defeating a team that would be probably more hatred between them than Trump and Hillary. Sheamus and Cesaro coming off their little 7-match feud.
Yeah.
You see these two staying together as a permanent tag team, or do you see these two breaking apart?
I feel like
after the New Day
they had this whole storyline with them with the fucking best of 5.
7-match gauntlet thing.
Was it 7 or 5? I forget. But it was the best.
Which is a stretch when you think about it.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah, it was a stretch of a best of 7.
The amount of concussions Mick Foley's had, that's probably what made him think of the 7.
Yeah, I guess he just fucking confused the number 5 with 7. But honestly,
5? You mean 3?
No,
Jeez. 5's even a stretch, man.
They've done best of 5s so many times. That's what they stick with best
of 5.
So
what? We have to do best of 7 then? We just have to stretch it even longer?
I don't know why they did that. That's what I'm saying. Mick Foley stretched it. He didn't. Well, storyline. Mick Foley stretched it to 7 for no reason. Like I don't see Cesaro and Sheamus giving us barn burners for 7 matches.
I'd like to say this, right? I'd love to know how much Facebook is paying WWE at the moment for this horrible advertisement. You have Sheamus on Facebook Live.
Not Sheamus.
Facebook Live.
Sheamus was last week.
Why?
Cesaro was this week.
Oh, did I say Sheamus? Sorry, I mean Cesaro. Cesaro is on Facebook Live. They keep on mentioning Facebook this, Facebook that.
Facebook.
I'm guessing Facebook are trying to reel more people in so they can sell your dad to everyone again. So,
Again.
fuck Facebook. We don't like Facebook. I don't use it. It's garbage. It's outdated. They must be paying WWE some money to advertise this garbage.
I mean, I used to use it, but then I stopped using it. I stopped using Facebook a long time ago, especially after all that
I'll
shit.
poke you. Remember that? Remember poking people?
Yeah.
We ever using that? The poking?
No, I don't think I used the poking. I don't think I used that shit. I saw the youngsters use that one though.
It was too toxic in the end. It was quite a shame, to be honest with you, but people can't act mature when it comes to wrestling, sadly, and have to act like assholes 24/7.
Well,
you get what you get with certain fan bases of certain.
Well, it is
unnamed shows.
Is wrestling fans. So
yeah, they are quite retarded. What am I saying? Come on, bro. I'm better than that.
You're better than
I'm a professional podcaster.
You're better than that. Stupid ass.
Watch your mouth. You can't say that anymore, man.
Oh,
we have sponsors now. Speaking of sponsors, right? Plugs. It is our 1 year anniversary near enough when you listen to this, hopefully. From all of us here, from me, Toxic, Mark, and Brandon, thank you very much for listening for a year. We appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without you. And yeah, back to the show.
Big dubs.
So, overall, Facebook can go fuck itself. The match was Big E. What wasn't it? It was a good match. Big E won.
Yeah, it was a good match. I thought it was fun.
Are they fighting in a Hell in a Cell?
No, they're not.
All right, fucking irrelevant. Keep it right. Let's move to the next match.
No, but
I hate that, man.
A few quick things here. Basically, all they did was they just wanted to tell shame, very, very childish things here and there. Obviously, they want to promote that they have a 420 day title reign in Denver, Colorado.
They didn't really make that many weed references.
Well, they did.
Maybe you noticed them.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know. They should just like put that in your pipe and smoke it or something like that. I don't know.
That's incredibly direct. What company do you think they're in?
Man, they mentioned Hillary. They mentioned Trump.
Yeah,
I mean, these are controversial topics, and they're mentioning it.
That's tame. It's fucking going on TV. They can say it.
WWE do not mention things that go on TV, as you know. And if they do, it's normally 8 years or 6 years late.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, they've been kind of interactive with the fucking, I don't know.
They're interactive on Facebook, I tell you that.
Well, they've been interactive with the whole fucking presidential fucking race anyways. They fucking had to switch No Mercy because of that shit. That the fucking main event for No Mercy in the beginning of the show. But besides that, they had the only thing they said about weed was something about, since we are legally, quote unquote, your WWE Tag Team Champions. And then fucking Xavier Woods said he was hungry and Kofi Kingston asked if he had the munchies. Literally on the mic. I'm like, okay. And that was it. That was their little two weed references. They wanted to fucking shoe in there. I wasn't fucking surprised. After I saw them walk around with 420 sign there in Denver, I'm like, oh, okay. That's what you're going to do. But yeah, I'm not fucking surprised.
I would like to get into the first Goldberg hype bullshit of the night.
Ah, yes.
Was it his 1997 crap?
Yeah, with huge.
Who gives a shit, man? Who gives a shit? This dude knows 3 moves, maybe 4. I was never a big fan of Goldberg. It was alright for WCW, but this is a stretch. We don't know what's going to happen with this. But...
Well, let's be fair. We'll get into it in the main. We'll get into it at the end.
No, but let's just talk about the first package, right?
Well,
Bill DeMont's match.
Yeah, it was.
Who gives a shit?
It was the match that he debuted, and it was huge.
Who is this guy?
Just huge erection, and Mike Tenay just fucking yelling, "Oh my god!" and very impressive. So yeah, yeah, and then it's Tony Schiavone saying, "Wow."
And then, was it Mean Jane goes, "You got any words?" And he just walks off. He's like, "Come on, hello, you want to talk?" Fuck Goldberg, man. Couldn't give 2 shits overall.
Yeah, all that shit. I mean, it's.
Then later on the night, we'll just skip to this. Didn't they show the WrestleMania, whatever the fuck it was, 20s?
Yeah. They did a WrestleMania 20s match, and they had like.
Did we forget how everyone live there, and if you watch it, you can hear the fans absolutely trash on it.
Man, they piped in that. They fucked with the audio.
You try to hide.
They fucked with the audio the whole time. They also fucked with the audio of him debuting in WWE with The Rock. Literally, the fucking audio got turned down for the whole segment while I was watching. I had to raise up the volume on my controller just to fucking hear what the fuck The Rock was saying. They fuck with the audio, and they literally fuck with the audio that's anything old because they don't like to fucking go back past the PG era. Let's be fair. They don't want to go back to any of that shit. They don't go back. And because of Benoit, but still. They don't go back.
It's just because
they don't go
the
back
game,
at all.
or do you think there's something deeper than just the... Do you think this is deeper than the game or no?
I mean, I feel like it's deeper in a sense of, like, I don't think necessarily...
It's fantasy warfare crap that they keep on shoving in everywhere.
Well, it's to build up the fucking video game, which...
Here's my fantasy warfare, right? Overall, a better show. That's my fantasy.
Honestly...
Bit of a stretch and all, but...
Honestly, it's not... But them having this match to build up the fucking video game, that is harmless. That is easy advertising. You have both of these guys here, advertise the game, go, have a match, have fun. But at least it's his last match. Fuck it. I mean, if they have this shit, whatever. But I mean, this is harmless. That's why it's not like I necessarily hate on anything. I just hate the fact of these little segments here and there, and them trying to change shit. It's like, all right, stop. Because Goldberg was not all likable throughout his whole reign in WWE. Most of the times he was booed. He was booed the first pay-per-view match he had with The Rock, and he was booed most of the times that he was on Raw, besides whenever he had the world title. Nobody really cared about Goldberg that much.
Back in the day, really. Especially on the Triple H Reign of Terrors.
Yeah.
He did not add anything except...
No.
I don't know, he was like a gimp again, like when he got tased on WCW.
He didn't have much. I mean, especially when they tried to have him work matches with Shawn Michaels on Raw, where it was like, this guy cannot go. He's not going to go, like, even though Triple H's match was slow at the time, he's not going to go like a Triple H or a Shawn Michaels or a fucking Booker T or even a fucking Kane. Goldberg couldn't go. He couldn't work.
Which leads us to the Colorado governor. Me and you, we don't know who the fuck he is,
I don't know who the
frankly.
fuck he is.
Apparently he was there because of Goldberg.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking... There's something... That sounds retarded, quite frankly. He got booed. Fuck him.
He was probably
next
there,
segment.
I guess, because he was a friend of Goldberg and his family, because he was literally sitting next to his wife and kid. But, yeah, I don't know.
His wife and kid, man. Honestly, nothing... You know, I have nothing against them. It's just I don't want to see anything with Goldberg or his fucking stench. Please go away. Honestly. But... we really get into the Lita segment with Charlotte. Charlotte came off as a star per usual, proves why she's the best women's wrestler in the world.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Cutting a promo on wrestling. Lita, on the other hand, oh, you're so fucking boring.
Oh, Lita's like bringing up like these, like even like in wrestling.
Mick
terms.
Foley, Undertaker.
Yeah, bringing up the most generic. The most generic names possible. I'm like, yes, we know these guys are involved with the same match. It's not like we fucking are not informed about this match since 1997. We get it. We understand who were in these matches. Thanks, Lita. Come again later. And she did with the fucking Sasha Banks story, which I'll talk about the Sasha Banks thing later. But Charlotte obviously shows that she's fucking far superior than any other girl in that damn roster, in ring and from here the interview. Mic skills, obviously, she's far superior than anybody.
Gotta say something, man. Gotta say something, right? Don't know why I mute the mic there, but anyway. God, Skype, man. We've been using Skype for a few years now, man. I always fuck it up. But anyway, I was midway through a sentence there. Charlotte is unbelievably good on the mic. Lita asked these, quite honestly, pathetic questions. She has to, I understand that. Does anyone really care about Lita that much?
Why is Lita the one interviewing? Why couldn't anybody else?
I would more than happy have Corey Graves or Byron Saxton or Michael Cole do it. I don't need you, Lita, to come out here and interview women 24/7. I'm fine with it.
Well, let's be fair. She was the first person to show up the fucking women's title. They want to shove her around.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, they want to shove her around
Trish?
as... Yeah, why isn't it Trish? It's probably because Trish
At the end of the
doesn't
day,
want to
right,
give
I like Lita a lot,
Once
but
again-
Trish is higher than Lita.
Yeah, once again, I think it's one of those things where Trish doesn't really need to go back to WWE. She doesn't need it. Because it seems like Lita's kind of dragging it. Like, she's a part of this. She's kind of dragging this thing. I mean, ever since
Part of this, yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Because they all wrestle like her.
She's part... No, I mean, part of this in a sense, she's part of the fucking panels on pay-per-views. She's part of the fucking backstage bullshit. Obviously,
Was it going in Raw?
Yeah, she probably does some interviews here, and she probably does interviews like she's doing here, She did fucking the WrestleMania pre-show, so she's on the company constantly.
Payroll.
Yeah, she's on their payroll constantly. Not Lita. Trish doesn't need that shit. She does her own fucking thing. She's a personal fucking trainer, for Christ's sakes.
I'd like to say to you, man, overall though, Charlotte came off, I hate to use that term, but a star.
Yeah, she came off as obviously being far superior than any other girl on the roster. She came off.
Blows them away every chance she gets.
Every fucking time she touches.
Sasha needs to drop that belt again, which, by the way, the flip-flop on the belt's annoying.
That has to stop.
There needs to be a conclusion. Then again, she mentioned, was it 12 pay-per-views now she's won?
Who? Sasha?
Charlotte? She has like an unbeaten record of pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Maybe her saying that will lead to her losing. But to me, if she loses, it has to be Mania.
Well, that's the thing. The only reason why I believe that they flip-flopped it at Raw is because remember what happened at SummerSlam? Sasha fucked up her back because she botched again.
Oh, she ain't that bad. I'm a fan of Sasha. But overall, compared to Charlotte, she's nothing.
No, I'm okay with Sasha, but I think whenever I see you in the ring, I just see her as she's gonna get hurt. She looks like she constantly gets hurt. Not in a sense of the way like, oh, she's selling it really good. No, she looks like she's fucking hurt. Like every move that she does, she looks like she's fucking up herself. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like anything's going well with her in any match. She seems like she's gonna fucking hurt herself, which is why I feel like this Hell in a Cell match.
Lita must be best friends with her then.
Exactly. So this is why I believe that their Hell in a Cell match, even though they're having a Hell in a Cell match. It is a big feud, so I guess they're building it up like that. They're having this Hell in a Cell match, and I don't think it should be anywhere during the middle of the card. It should not drag because I don't necessarily think it's going to be a good match. It's going to be very difficult for these girls to do anything crazy in these matches.
Needs blood everywhere. That's all I'm going to say. Neville comes out. Neville's really enjoyable, man. I really like Neville, but please take the cape off. The cape can stay at home.
No, see, I like Neville as a worker, but he doesn't have a character at the moment.
He gets over.
Yeah, but he gets over with his moves, not with his gimmick. You know what I mean?
When he comes out, he gets a reaction.
Well, yeah, but like I said, he gets over with his moves, not his gimmick. They know. Then
again, loads of wrestlers get over with their moves and just their gimmick, though.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily go that far, do they? Not that far.
Goldberg.
Yeah, but Goldberg had a gimmick.
Goldberg's... What was Goldberg's gimmick?
He was fucking guy that was unbeatable. He was the guy that wouldn't talk. He didn't talk for a while. His gimmick was that he was mute, but he was kicking everybody's ass. He wouldn't talk.
There's so many reasons why that company went down the drain, and we didn't watch it.
Well, that's why that comes to my what's it called? The third little Goldberg segment that they had.
You're completely forgetting our boy Bodell's here, turning heel. Or turning heel. That makes sense.
So, like I said, the third segment of the...
Oh, alright. Alright, by the way, Bodell's wins. Turn on Curtis Axel, never lost anyway, right? Go ahead.
The third segment of this fucking Goldberg. They show his match at Nitro against Hogan for the world title. Once again, that just shows why WCW is not a company right now, because they decided to push their potentially biggest fucking pay-per-view buy rate that they could have ever had in the fucking history of that company for just a Papa rating on Nitro. So that just shows you where they are. Good job, Eric. Nice job.
Well, fuck that Goldberg shit. We're into the biggest match of the night. Most over. Dana Brooke comes out. She gets the fucking zero reaction. As you put it, the Rob Conway reaction.
Absolutely.
She was only good with Emma on NXT. Apart from that, is the sidekick to Charlotte in a way. She sucks. She doesn't get any reaction. She's quite honestly quite shit in the ring. She's terrible.
She's awful in the fucking ring. I don't know why they brought her up from NXT in the first fucking place.
What's that Stephen A. Smith meme? You're a
one?
bona fide scrub.
Yeah.
You're a bona fide scrub.
She's just...
I'm just saying, Dana, you're not a very good wrestler.
I'm just saying. She's just fucking awful.
Could you improve? Yes.
So what happens we're supposed to have this finish where she throws I just
want to get to Bayley first, can I?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Bayley comes out, gets a ridiculous reaction.
People love Bayley. I love Bayley.
Yeah.
She's great.
But she got a John Cena reaction or a Roman Reigns. Well, Roman Reigns gets booed. Who's the biggest babyface? I don't know. Jericho and fucking Kevin Owens are heels, but they get a ridiculous reaction.
I mean, Rollins got a ridiculous reaction today.
Yeah, put it right. So Bailey's Hulk Hogan mid-80s reaction, and Dana Brooke is Colin Delaney's debut on ECW in 2007.
Yeah.
She got nothing. She could have been a local talent that Nia Jax killed. They should have just given it to Braun Strowman.
That would have been fine to me.
I really don't know why she's on TV except to fill a number.
Fill what number? Anybody can fill her spot as being the stooge of Charlotte Flair.
It's not a stooge, though. I don't mean that. I mean, like, just bolstering up the women's division on Raw.
Yeah, any girl can fill that spot.
Bailey lost.
Yeah, well,
nobody gave a fuck.
Well, so
everyone just sat there with like, what?
This is the problem that I have with this. So obviously it was a botch. If any of y'all saw it, so she runs. I think Dana Brooke did something with like Bailey's head, or choked her, or hit her against the corner of the post, or something like that. She's supposed to drag Bailey into the ring, and hook the leg and pin her. But she's also supposed to have her feet on the ropes, giving her leverage and winning. So obviously you see her stretching her leg out to try to get the rope, to put her foot on the rope, and she fails. And the finish looks like shit. Man. The finish looks like shit, and Bailey looks weak. And that's awful because she just got an incredible pop. Even though, probably forget about this shit in a few weeks from now. That shit just looked awful. That made Bailey look awful.
Well, they're probably pretty good overall tonight, except for exceptions we'll get into soon with a big one that we need to hammer in. Yeah. Paul Heyman's interview comes up next, talking about Brock Lesnar in 2K17. I don't care about Paul Heyman anymore.
Me neither.
Really, he's kind of old hat. Do I like Brock Lesnar? Yes. But maybe, I don't know who else you'd put with Brock Lesnar. Maybe he just doesn't have someone.
I mean,
Paul Heyman just gets quite boring now, quite methodical. The absolute Bullet Club fans out there, those type of marks, love him.
Well, that's true.
Don't really get it. It's just the internet people. I don't see the hype, honestly.
Well, to be fair, I mean, the only good thing that we've gotten from Brock besides Paul Heyman was the whole, I don't give a shit about your kids thing with Heath. And besides that, yeah, Paul Heyman, he does his run-of-the-mill shtick, and I don't really care about it that much. It hasn't really been effective ever since the whole Dean Ambrose shit fell out, and it was horrible at Mania. And then fucking the whole Randy Orton match at SummerSlam with the whole let me make it bloody to end the show. Just fucking cracked his skull open with his elbow. So besides that, there hasn't been anything real interesting with Brock this year. And Paul Heyman doesn't necessarily help either because he's just like, the conqueror, the destroyer, I'm going to victimize this, that, and the third. And it's not really over. Oh,
we are at the 17th?
Yeah.
2 more weeks, boys, and those Susan G cunts
are gone.
Pink ring shit will be gone. And we won't see it anymore. Just to clarify to anybody, though, we completely do not like, obviously, breast cancer. No fucking shit. But this company is very sleazy. I personally don't want to see it. And it kind of looks lame and gay to have a bit pink rope.
Well, Susan G. Komen is the last company that you want to be with when you want to actually.
Yeah, we don't need to get into the full man. We've been doing this now for 3 years.
I know we don't need to get into it. No, it's been even more than that. I know we're not going to get into it. But Susan G. Komen is the last.
Let everyone know that 2 weeks and it's gone again.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be gone soon, so just deal with it for now.
Braun Strowman comes out to face the 3 jobbers of the week.
Again.
Baron interviews them.
Again, because they have nothing else to do with Braun, and they think that they're going to...
No.
They haven't done shit with Braun ever. They haven't done shit. Like, what's this feud going to be?
This is just all the build-up, man. This is just the build-up.
To Sami Zayn?
Well, he's going to beat Sami Zayn, hopefully. What's wrong? I see nothing wrong with this, man.
There's nothing wrong with that, but the fact that they're going to build this guy for, like, all these months and not do anything. They didn't even attempt to give him a belt. They didn't even attempt to have him wrestle anybody that was necessary.
I don't think he should even get a belt for another year.
Okay, that's fine then. But then give him somebody that he can give him actual competition. Because so when
isn't that the point of the storyline? Is he wants real competition, and Mick Foley will not give him real competition? That's the storyline. I don't understand why.
No, it is. But how long has this been dragging? This has been dragging since Mania,
Mania.
This has been dragging since Mania.
It's not been that long, man. It's been since June or July, whenever the split happened.
Was it? I swear to God, he came in fucking after Mania.
He came in with the Wyatt family, but
no, I know that, but he
began.
came back as his own person after Mania, I believe. And I don't think it was the brand split.
He hasn't been squashing jobbers ever since that, though. It's only been since the brand split. I personally have nothing wrong with it, man.
I swear to God, because I swear it's been longer, but I don't know. Oh, wait, because didn't he come out at the same time as Nia?
Nia does the same thing. I have nothing wrong with it. They're building two monsters.
No, I'm just saying. Didn't they come out at the same time? The same day, too, the same Raw. Like, they both had two big people.
At the end of the day, they're both monsters of their own genders. So yeah. I like them both. They're really good. Sami Zayn comes out. Sami Zayn's pretty good. Really like Sami.
I like Sami, but he got bitched instantly.
He's going to get... Well, the whole idea is Mick wants to protect him because he doesn't want him to get killed, and Sami's like, I want to fight this monster.
Well, I get that, but... You know, like, he pushed him out of the ring, and then he got up instantly, came back into the ring. If you wanted to fight him, why didn't you go back to him?
Yeah, I thought, why didn't Braun kill him? But then again,
not even why Braun didn't kill him. Why did Sami not go after Braun if you're the one that wanted to, quote-unquote, pick the fight?
Because he's listening to his song. He's chilling. You know what I mean?
Because he's dancing. Yeah, he's dancing. Yeah.
With his little Canadian red
bullshit
flag thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. Another week goes by. We forget about Ziggler and that terrible storyline last year.
Thank God.
The family of Rusev. This is real now. They're actually all, if I'm right, his real family. So it was kind of funny to me to see the crowd actually boo them and laugh at some of them. Because they're not bullshit. They're real.
Yeah, it's not bullshit. And it's also pretty funny. But
if they show his mom and someone goes, she ugly.
She ugly as hell.
Yeah, that is actually his mom. So.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
But, I have nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but the big dog is going to beat him at Hell in a Cell.
Absolutely.
And where does Rusev go after this? I do not know. Maybe he goes to SmackDown. Maybe he gets traded.
Rusev will probably stick around for a while on Raw, do nothing. Just like... It
is quite nothing, to be honest with you.
Just like everybody else.
Lana and Rusev, though, people say they're dead. I don't believe that whatsoever. They're still just as over as ever.
They're not.
They're still liked. Roman Reigns.
They almost
got killed. Roman Reigns, so we'll see where that goes.
They almost got killed, though. That Dolph Ziggler shit almost fucking killed them. Thank God they bounced back a little bit.
Thank God they fucked the storyline by just blatantly outing themselves as actually engaged.
Yeah. They just said they fucking fucked up the whole storyline. They said, fuck it, we are not doing this shit no more.
Thing you were saying, man, on the Skype messages that this was like a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it was like they were at it's like a fucking next person up is fucking
Rusev, the show and tell here.
Come on, Alexander, come up and talk to the rest of the class. What was your PowerPoint presentation about? Fucking to the fucking class. Just a project, like a high school project for everybody. It's like, go to the next. He's literally yelling towards the production truck. Go to the next slide or some shit. He's like, show me the next picture. It's like, fucking Christ. It was like a pointless segment, but it didn't turn into something that was decent with him basically killing Roman.
Well, that was pretty much that segment. We'll just skip to this one. Emelina. It's been 2 weeks of these segments. When do you think she's coming out? Before Survivor Series? Before maybe Hell in a Cell or at Hell in a Cell? What do you think Emelina's got debuted?
Maybe after Survivor Series? Because after a Big Four pay-per-view, they're still in the fucking country. And they're going to be in Toronto, so hot crowd, I guess. Maybe after Survivor Series.
I think that Emily doesn't need this gimmick. Or Emma doesn't need this gimmick. She could probably move Dana, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't
really know how to describe the gimmick. It's just,
I don't really know what the point of the repackaging is. I mean, it is what it is.
She had a look and a gimmick in NXT.
Yeah, but I don't know. They want to repackage her. We'll see what happens here. It's been 2 weeks.
They're making a big deal out of it, man. They've done 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be waiting that much longer for her. I think she'll be here in no time. Maybe to fill Dana Brooke's position. Hopefully Dana Brooke goes back down to NXT.
Hopefully she is gone.
Imagine that, right? They cut her, right? They fire her, release her, and Emma takes her spot immediately. That would be absolutely amazing.
That'd be beautiful.
Carl Anderson, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, New Japan's favorite son.
Okay. And
Big Cass.
Yeah,
very enjoyable. I can't wait to see these two teams. Now the question is, are they actually in a Hell in a Cell? Please say yes.
No.
All right. Once again, right, we're at the sixth
They've
year of this
only they've
bullshit.
only
Every match,
they've only been few. Yeah, I know. It's a fuck. Well,
the good
since it's a gimmick pay per view, you're expecting every match
Gallows
to
and
be a fucking
Anderson
Hell in a
man should be
Cell.
taking on Big Cass and Enzo in this. By the way, these all four of them are brilliant. Obviously, Big Cass and Enzo are more over than the Bullet Club boys, but
Yeah, but
I can't wait to see it. Really, it'll be really good. I can't wait.
yeah,
That match tonight was very enjoyable as well. Big Cass won, by the way.
it's
Just
sad too
it,
because
2 minutes long though. Bit disappointing.
yeah, it's well because here's the thing: they're only feuding because one, they haven't really been doing much with the Bullet Club boys, and two, Enzo and Cass basically just
I don't think they're in 2K17 as well.
no, they're not. Enzo and Cass have just come off of losing to New Day for the tag titles again. So that's why they attacked them last week. These are just two tag teams that aren't doing anything right now, and they're not in the title picture.
They're building up a tag division that's very enjoyable.
At least they're fucking doing that. I mean, because
honestly, I'm enjoying the tag teams on both brands at the moment. I think they're doing a really good job.
Who do you think is better right now? Which brand?
I like Rhino and Heath a lot, and the Usos and stuff like that, and American Alpha, but
Raw kind of has a stacked roster though. Like they already got 4 teams.
I like SmackDown overall, but
I like SmackDown.
I don't know, both shows are going great, man. I can't really complain
I like
much.
SmackDown as an overall show, but if I have to go with the tag team division, I feel like Raw might have a better tag team division, mostly just because of those 4 teams that we covered alone.
Well, remember in the SmackDown tournament, they had like the headbangers and shit to fill numbers, so it is a bit smaller, but it can grow.
It'll grow.
We'll just break down the last match of the night. The Cruiserweights. I just wanted to say, I think all these guys have their own way to get over. I like all of them except Cedric. I'm not really the biggest fan of Cedric. He doesn't really do anything for me. Rich Swann's really good, though. Drew Gulak.
Rich Swann.
Perkins.
Yeah, Rich Swann.
Tony Nese, to me, looks... Tony Nese.
He looks ridiculous. Like, he has to be on something, does he?
But the way I describe them is they are... Before probably 2014 and before, from 2006 or whatever, Divas, they get no reaction. They get no one cares. They get no reaction. The backstage segments are really corny. What the fuck is that? Jesus, back in a second, buddy.
So most likely he just saw a spider and he got all bitchy. But yeah, the fucking Cruiserweight division is ridiculous. Not many people are over. I don't even think anybody really is over. I don't think the crowd really necessarily cares. I saw the crowd, like a few people in the crowd somewhere in the back, like clap for Brian Kendrick or some shit. But besides that, yeah, nobody's really over. I mean, the match was okay. The match was fine. It was fucking harmless. It was just a 6-man tag team match. And I thought with all the flips and stuff like that, for it to end on a submission, it's kind of funny. I like how Brian Kendrick literally just stopped the whole fucking pace of the match being so goddamn fast, and they just had a fucking submission. But Sasha Baron Corbin in the chat says they need Gregory Helms. Do they need the Hurricane? No, not really. But would it be helpful? For what extent? For like 3 weeks? I don't know what they would necessarily do with the Hurricane. It's like saying, like, would they have like Jamie Noble? Would Jamie Noble help them out, or like fucking Paul London? Like, I don't know. Most likely they'll just give them like decent matches, but besides that, those guys weren't even that over. Like the only time Jamie Noble was over when he had Nydia, and the only time Paul London was over when Brian Kendrick was with him in a fucking tag team. So that explains a lot. But besides that, that was really nothing, and they need to. I know this has just started. It's only been like 3 weeks maybe. But fucking Christ, we need to stop having these guys at a dead spot on the show. If you're not going to give a fuck about them, at least try to, at least try to show us that you actually care. Because putting them in the fucking 2-hour, 30-minute mark on a 3-hour show means you just do not give 2 fucks about that goddamn team. Or just that group of cruiserweights. You don't care.
Sorry about that, man. I had a situation come up.
No, it's fine. I was just talking about putting them in the dead spot of the show. 2 hours and 30 minutes.
It's not even just the dead. To me, they really are the modern day divas where they get zero reaction, man. These people get no love. They all have nice looks. I just feel like they need to be a lot more out there, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
There needs to be a lot more athleticism, a lot more top rope remove, just a lot more
yeah, because here's the thing.
fast-paced action, because right now the matches are really slow, and I know Drew Gulak is a slow wrestler, but
Well, here's the
it doesn't
thing.
mean everyone else around them
Yeah, that's
needs to be
true.
constantly slow.
Well, that's the problem because there's always going to be
Also, like you said, the middle
yeah.
of the show. Well, it wasn't even the middle of the
No,
show
no, that's
tonight.
what
It
I'm
was
saying.
kind of the main event.
It's 2 hours and 30 minutes in a 3-hour show. You're putting them in a dead spot of anybody that's watching Raw. Nobody, people kind of just
You know
get
what elevate
tired
them?
at that time. What?
TJP defending that in the Hell in a Cell, but they won't do that.
No, they won't do that either. But honestly, this division could be fucking miles better, especially after the Cruiserweight Classic. This division could be fantastic. But you said that they kind of slow down the pace, but isn't that the WWE style? The slowing of the pacing of the match.
But like in the 10 years ago, when we were watching the Cruiserweights, they were a bit more out there and a bit more violent.
Well, look what company we're in. It's 2016. I'm sure things have kind of changed, but besides that, they're not going to be
doing a lot more outrageous stuff, man. They need to be going to the top rope a lot more and doing these absolute ridiculous things.
Yeah, like
they can do to get reaction.
That's true.
And maybe mingle them with main talent storylines. I'm sure that would help.
I mean, that could help. That helped Rey Mysterio a lot. But like I'll say this, even I remember we covered a fucking SmackDown in 2006 where fucking was it Paul London and Chavo and shit like that. Paul London fucking got blood on him and shit like that. It was an accident, all that shit. But it looked intense. It was a very believable thing that was going on with the blood and all. It was just a lot of violence. It was only the fucking Cruiserweight division. It's Chavo, for fucking Christ's sakes. Nobody cares about
Of all of them, right? Who do you think has the most potential? I'm going to say Rich Swann.
I like Gulak a lot. But I'll say, yeah, Rich Swann probably has the wrestling and the charisma. But even though he cut a really corny fucking promo backstage.
Oh, like I said, they're diva promos, man. They're just overall shit.
Yeah, it was very shit. But I feel like Rich Swann, I've seen him before, but he has the charisma and the in-ring stuff. So Rich Swann will probably be the better out of the six. Brian Kendrick is on his way out anyways, most likely. I like Brian Kendrick, but he's on his way out. Brian Kendrick sooner or later is going to fucking retire and do whatever he needs to do. But besides that, yeah.
Someone put in chat out there they have terrible theme songs. That doesn't help as well. They are very generic. Yeah. The presentation is very generic for the most part.
Yeah, fucking, what's his name?
TJP's the only one that... Oh, Brian Kendrick's, we know the theme, and yeah. TJP, probably the only ones. Apart from that, very generic garbage.
Not Brian Kendrick. Drew Gulak has like a fucking medieval theme. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I playing? RuneScape?
That's some YouTube free copyright music right there. Yeah. Terrible. We cut now into the Stephanie Mick thing, back and forth. I like these two general managers.
Yeah, they were like sucking each other's dick backstage. He's like, "Oh no, this is he. Like you're doing a good job.
Next week,
no, you're doing a good job."
Will be great if they actually do a match and there's no fuck finish.
The triple threat.
There will be. Yes.
Obviously, there's gonna be a fuck finish. It would probably, it'd be cool if it was for the title. I know the Hell in a Cell is for the title. You really can't do that, I guess. But you could do that. You could obviously have KO retain or do some fucky shit. But like, yeah, you could have it for the title. That'd been cool if they had that fucking triple threat for the title, though. I thought that'd be cool.
Sorry to rush you, man, but I ain't got much time today. I just wanted to wrap this up and get to the Goldberg segment.
Gotcha.
Michael Cole hypes him up. He calls him Mr. Cole. The Goldberg chants are going out throughout the arena. I will tell you this now. When Goldberg gets to more of a Chicago-type crowd, I can see this guy getting booed.
Maybe a little bit. Not that much, though.
They're luckily not going to be doing that because this is probably going to end at Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Probably Brock's going to get the win. It's a one-off for the game maybe and to boost up Survivor Series.
And they're going to Toronto, so most Toronto fans kind of like flip a switch whenever things happen, like every 5 years.
Shouldn't they hate him because he did fucking ended Brett's career?
Yeah, but like I said, once a nostalgia trip, people always fucking fall for nostalgia trips. And then, 2... Like, oh, don't worry, that's in the past. And most of these fans are young. They don't even know that he did that shit. Even though they're marks. They probably don't even know.
Leading to Goldberg wants to be a superhero for kids. And that's it. We end on that. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, man.
It was AIDS to me.
Yeah,
I don't really like Goldberg though, so I'm just giving hate here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really fuck with Goldberg either, but if this shit ends at Survivor Series, this is basically his Ultimate Warrior moment, where he does this just to be good, show face, and then put him in the Hall of Fame. That's it. That's all this is.
I just want to knock this one out before we leave. The governor's a fucking faggot. Everyone's going Goldberg.
Yeah.
They go to him, I don't know if you noticed, they go to him on camera, and then he just goes, go. It's like, man, you're a fucking bum.
Yeah. He looks like
don't even know who the guy is. He's a goof. Overall
like
show was good.
Goof.
Goldberg's a goof.
Yep.
Have you got anything else to say?
No, man. This Raw was pretty decent. Shows a lot of bullshit that's going on in Raw, but I feel like there's a more positive than negatives, especially this week. But yeah, Raw was alright.
Just
fuck Goldberg.
Rolling into Hell in a Cell in about a week and a half, isn't it, or 2 weeks?
2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. Right, then we will catch you guys tomorrow for the SmackDown Live after show. So, thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace out, niggas.